Hey, what's happening, YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and NFL fans everywhere? This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my Super Bowl 52 picks. Well, here we are, Super Bowl 52, the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl, the grandest finale of all the sports, the biggest game of the year in all the sports is the Super Bowl. Yep, we're at the last game of the year for the NFL season. And before you know it, this Sunday, we'll wrap it up for the NFL season. We'll call it another year. So, the time went by fast in the NFL season. And before you know it, we'll go right down to the spring. We'll talk about the draft. We'll talk about, the NFL free agency market, et cetera, et cetera. We have a lot to talk about what's going on. We have a lot of football news. Even college football and none of the NFL, because what's going on right now is the return of the XFL. Well, if you haven't heard in the last at least a week or so, that Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon, the owner of the chairman of WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. So, anyways, that being said, he's bringing back the XFL and bringing in 8 different formats and everything else, and et cetera, et cetera. But back in 2001, he started it out, which it kind of folded because it was not really great. And it was kind of like a big joke and everything like that. So now he's going to try to push the NFL competition even further and everything else. So that's a lot of craziness going on. But, I'm still having my mixed emotions about it. But, if there isn't going to be a team that could knock down Roger Goodell, it's probably in a different football league or something. But bringing back the XFL, I'm not too sure it's a good idea for that, even though it's 2020. Maybe he could do something differently in that sort of perspective. Maybe they can, instead of making it actual football game, instead of being like in a wrestling event, maybe this wouldn't be a problem. But, well, we have to wait and see about that, right? As of now, it's 8 different teams in 2 conferences, an East and a West conference. But I'm still having mixed emotions about it, It's kind of really? We're going to see this again? We're going to see all the characters again? I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. I'm going to try to give it a shot again to see if it's not going to be like a joke like they did in the first time around. And they better play it like an actual football game instead of that crazy halftime stunts and making it like characters and everything like that. Which I think that kind of ruined it the first time around. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. But, well, we'll just have to wait and see about it. But anyways, that's another topic for another week or something like that. Which I have some topics that I want to do. How to make the XFL work this time. So I have a topic about that. So we can try to get into that. But anyways, that being said, though, let's focus on the 2 teams in the Super Bowl. My New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Super Bowl 39 rematch, like they met in 13 years ago. This is kind of going to be like a similar fashion to that, but how they got there was really simple. This kicked off when Carson Wentz got injured by the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe it was against the Chargers or the Rams or something like that. And he had a torn ACL, done for the year. Nick Foles comes in, gives them playoff hopes. Not only that, their defense has been coming through from the clutch in the postseason situations this year. That's how they got things done, is their defense. Not because of the offense, it's their defense that got them there. So, it's the defense that does it for them in Philadelphia. That's why they're in the Super Bowl now. And I love the fact that they have the underdog mass as anything. Don't call them underdogs. I've been picking Philadelphia because of that. I've been picking Philadelphia for a lot of that, and not only because they're underdogs, I just like their defense. And I give them reasons that defense is going to get them into the Super Bowl. Look what happened. There they are. And as of the Patriots, they were expected to be in that situation. They expected to be in the Super Bowl. They did anything else. Brady in hands. And even without Gronk in the conference championship game, no problem with that. They just come through with the clutch. Before you know it, he goes the next man up. That happened to be Danny Amendola. Well, as of now, both Philadelphia and New England are made it to Minnesota respectfully. Now they're in Super Bowl week right now, so we have a lot of things to talk about with that. Well, we are talking about it now, but anyways, they're both in there. The reason being this is going to be, I believe it's going to be like a low scoring in this situation, which it was a blowout for the NFC Championship game when they beat the Minnesota Vikings. And that being said, with the Patriots, they can't come from a 10-point comeback. So they had to go through why they're there now. So we have a guy who has a clutch situation and a defensive team going in there. Hey, this could be it. But not going to lie, Patriots defense, they're waking up. They're knocking through the door. They're getting it done when they needed to. But it's going to be tough without Matt Patricia and Josh McDaniels. As I believe Matt Patricia is going to Detroit next year. And Josh McDaniels is going to Indianapolis to be their head coaching positions. As of now, we don't know what's going to happen with the Patriots, what they're going to do to replace them both. So that's going to be tough next year. They come through with that. But anyways, that being said, this is the reason being because they have two great coaches in there. They have Doug Peterson, Bill Belichick, going in there respectfully. Doug Peterson, a guy who is a guy who's coming in the clutch coming in picking out Carson Wentz, doing a wonderful job in Philadelphia. And look at that, and he's in the Super Bowl already. And again, to show you, he's a good-looking coach, decent coach, like Bill Belichick is. And, of course, Belichick had to come through the ghost of Tom Coughlin, as he's the vice president of operation or general manager of the Jacksonville Jaguars, that he's going through that, and they had to come through the ghost of that. So, anyways, I'm going to give props of respect for Jacksonville, who had put up a good fight in this, and they almost got it, but just never got quite in the clutch on that. But, hey, Minnesota, they had a great run, too. They had that Minnesota Miracle in the division round against the Saints. I mean, that got them, they had a wonderful one with, with everything else they got with, Case Keenum, who's had a really good year. I believe he went to the Pro Bowl, too, if I'm not mistaken. But, anyways, a lot of things happened around what happened in the NFL season. And it comes down to this. Great teams meet great quality. That would happen with both Philadelphia and New England. Both are great teams on both sides of the ball. That's why they're in the Super Bowl. And not only that, though, this is going to be, I think the offense is going to do the trick for them. I believe it's going to be Brady. Being Brady, I think that's how it's going to go. But, a lot of situations, it's going to be similar fashion like they met in the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens, with Tom Brady and Deion Branch, who Deion Branch happened to be that MVP in that Super Bowl. So, anyways, that being said, though, it's going to come down to the teams who's going to pretty much going to have the advantage of the point situation like the Patriots did in Super Bowl 39. They were up by 10, and Philadelphia got the last-second touchdown, just couldn't get it done. Which I believe is going to happen in a similar situation, which the score in that one happened to be 24-21. I expect to be a similar situation to that. This is going to be a right down the wire. In my pick on this one, I hate to say it, I love Philadelphia too. I like how they're pulling this off, but I got to get my hats off to my New England Patriots. I believe they're going to win this game. Even though Gronk may play, it's a possibility because he made it to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl trip, he's going to be there on media day and everything. And, of course, the Patriots are wearing their white jerseys, too. I think the white jerseys mostly have the advantage, though. I think they're I believe they're 33-19 or something like that. And when it comes to the records, teams wearing white in the color jerseys. So I think that's why the Patriots are doing that. I think they're going to do that. And, of course, not for nothing, they're 3-0 when they're playing them. And, of course, they're 2-2 when they're wearing their navy blue. Last time they wore their navy blue and won the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 38. So, that's another one. But mostly it's because of the advantage on defense. I think that's why I think this is going to come down to it. Who has the better offense? I think it's going to come down to that, which comes to the Patriots on that. That's why I'm going to say the Patriots may come out with this one. But I'm going to take the Patriots straight up. On the line, it's a 5-point spread by the Patriots mark, which I take that, I think this is going to come fair advantage. The last 8 Super Bowls that the Patriots were in under Brady and Belichick, they either won or lost by 6 points or less. So I think this is going to come down to that, no matter who wins this game. So since I like the Patriots straight up, I'm going to take that too against the spread. I'm going to take the Patriots -5. And my final score in this one, my New England Patriots 21, the Philadelphia Eagles 17. That's, I believe, it's my final score it's going to be. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a tight ball game. I expect it to be a low-scoring game, though. But I said that against Philadelphia and the Minnesota Vikings. Look what happened to that. So, but anyways, but that being said, though, I think this time around, Philadelphia is not playing the Minnesota Vikings. They're playing the New England Patriots, who is a much tougher team on that one. I think that's why they're going to come down to the wire. It's always come down to the wire when it comes to Brady and Belichick, and every time in the Super Bowl with them. And I expect that to be the same. So I think that's why I think the final score is going to be 21-17. And not only that, I got to give my shout out to my good buddy, TJ Herman, who's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. Hey, I got to say to your Eagles, TJ, hats off to you. Your Eagles got my respect. And not only that, though, check out my friend New Jack. He's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan, too. I have to give him the guy with the crying Jordans a shout-out, too, because he's a big-time Eagles fan. I had to give all the Eagle fans shout-outs to this. You guys deserve to be in the Super Bowl, and I give my hats off to you guys. So, you got my respect for that. But, that I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to pick my New England Patriots to win this game. It's because they have the better offense than Philadelphia does. But, you never know. You never know what could happen in the Super Bowl. But, it is what it is. So I want to give my shout-outs to TJ Harmon and, of course, to my good buddy New Jack, so known as the Crying Jordan Man. So I got to give my shout-outs to them and all the Philadelphia Eagles fans to say good luck to everybody who make their picks at the Super Bowl. I will catch up to you guys on watching all the Super Bowl picks right in recently until I upload this. So until then, good luck to all of you Super Bowl picks. Hope you enjoy the game. Good luck, everybody. And until then, I'll see you on my post-Super Bowl broadcast or video. Peace.